Hi, Rachel Mallis.
Hi.
How are you? I'm rocking the giant headphones today so I can hear you better.
Good. Yeah, usually I like the giant headphones for me. Whenever I'm not live, uh,
I
the
feel
the
very
audio is
cozy,
a lot
honestly.
better on the AirPods for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I do need to make sure I'm on the right mic. Okay, I think I'm on the right mic. Actually, you can tell me. Mic better? Testing, testing. Is that better or worse?
It's worth.
Okay, I'm sure. Hold on. There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome
That's
to official
so much
talk
better.
of lovely. It was worth a try, you guys. We got to try. You got to turn every stone, okay? How are you, Rachel Mallis?
I am great. I'm excited. How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna edit. I want to edit your name. If does it let me? Because not every person understands that we're not siblings.
Yeah, I have
I
no
used to
idea how
have.
to edit my name.
I used to have the but. Oh, I have it. There we go.
Okay.
Rachel Mallis of Malli Jewelry. Yeah.
Mhm.
There we go. Done. Did it. Look at that. I should have added not Sam's sister, but an amazing human. So if you have not met Rachel Mallis, she is a wonderful jewelry designer and lovely friend of mine. And I can't believe I was doing some reflecting before this and realized
Yes.
that we've done almost, is it 2 or 3 years of classes now together? Because we started in June of 2020. That's 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's
Almost 3 years ago. So that just feels like something to celebrate. And I think part of this celebration is this box. Is Rachel and I, with my sister, who's also named Rachel, got to collaborate on a box all together in a really cool theme that Rachel Mallis will reveal to all of you. I think, are we ready to begin, folks? It looks like lots of folks are here. So shall we jump into the official unboxing of our April 2023 box? What is our theme, Rachel
Our theme
Mallis?
is Wonderland. I have always been really connected to Alice in Wonderland. Like all the different iterations, but with this box, like I really drew a lot of the color inspiration from the moodier live action Alice in Wonderland that came out in like 2009. Just like the moody colors, the gorgeous costumes. I find that home so inspiring, and Alice in general so inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. And we definitely like found inspiration from like a lot of iterations, I think, of Wonderland, which is also important. We are not here to infringe on anyone
Yes, I'm sorry.
on the rights. No, you're fine. But like we used the text and it's so cool to see that it has been interpreted in so many ways, and this is like our interpretation, our continuation of how we see Wonderland. And so this is kind of Rachel Mallis's Wonderland fused with some of the dreams of Rachel and I, my sister and I. These collaborations are a lot of fun because we get to just like throw out all sorts of ideas. So it's folks have kind of asked me like, is the collaborator the one who's designing the whole box? And the answer is honestly no. It's like we all kind of are throwing ideas out there and like to make, and then ultimately trying to make as many decisions together then as possible. Maybe we'll share a little bit more about the design process as we unbox, but I think we should jump in and kind of start telling the story of the box. I'm gonna flip my camera around.
Okay, perfect.
So if you want one last sighting of me in giant headphones, which I have literally tried to avoid for years on camera, but they're so cozy. Give me one moment here. Let me flip my camera around. I'll be right back. I'm trying not to make folks dizzy, so I thought this was the best way to do it.
It's just got like a pulsating picture.
I know. Here, now you can see my hands. Can you see my? Why can't you see my hands? There we go.
I can't. Okay, I was like, I can't see anything.
I thought it was funny that I had finally cleaned off a Sharpie marking, the big marker that was on this desk. And then during Shara's Sharpie flashes yesterday, we have a new one. And I can't get rid of it because
send her
I don't... Oh, wait, I've been revealing too much. We're going to go in order today to reveal today's box. So if you have the Sam's Bead box for April, you have 2 inserts in your box here. So we like to give you a write-up to kind of tell you a bit about the story of how we came up with that month's box. And so this one is actually the first time that is coming from Rachel Mallis. And along with that, you get an item list.
Y'all, so I just want to say that I did not think that those write-ups, like I was like, I'm going to write the best write-up. He has a very strict character limit. I had a write-up that when I first wrote this, it was probably almost 4 times the length of that. And I had to we had to keep cutting it down. And as we cut it down more and more, I was like, I don't like it anymore. So I just completely rewrote it. And I was like, all right, minimal information.
I actually really love some of the ideas you pulled out. So I put this whole write-up in the description of this video so folks can take a read in case you don't have the write-up. But we'll take you a bit through this. And I'm hoping Rachel will share. This is the item list. We put the stranded sections up top because those are the ones that are not labeled in the box. So you can easily find the info on those at the top. Everything below is labeled. We've also started providing the retail for each item. This is what it would cost, what it will cost in the shop. So we just added that based on feedback. If folks want to know for when they price their jewelry, you can reference this for that. Other than that, I think that's the main details. I'm kind of ready to enter Wonderland with you, Rachel.
Yeah.
So would you tell us, maybe we'll do the first 2 items, and you can start to tell us a little bit about the box.
Sure.
So I'm going to actually start with these metals because I think they're not the first item on the item list. It's the only one I'm going to go out of order on because I think it really is a nice way to start off the theme.
They're so fun. I love them. The clock was actually we got TierraCast to bring it back from their archives, and we're both things from their archives.
So that's what's special here is that both items are from the TierraCast archive.
And sorry, I'm just laughing at Shira. She's very insistent that the Sharpie is not her fault. She's written it 3 times.
Yeah, so the mushroom pair and the clock are both from the archive. So it's something you can't currently purchase from TierraCast. Right. And because we've been working with TierraCast for the last 2 years of the box, they were willing to give us some peeks into the archive and let us custom order these pieces. So we picked out the clock, pocket watch, and a pair of these adorable mushroom charms, and they're both in antique pewter because it had such a nice silver moodiness that we wanted for the box.
Yeah, I love the patina on them. I forgot the word for a second.
The Sharpie is not fully Shira's fault. It was in our shuffle yesterday that it got nicked. I'm mostly making fun, Shira. You're perfect and always. Wait, it's a clock. It's a clock. All right, now it's time to go through our beads. So I'm going to start with the stranded selections, and Rachel can kind of tell you a little bit about each of them. So I'm going to start with the melon drops, and also you have the item list, so you could read out the item name as we do each one as well.
Oh, Rachel? You want me to read it out? Okay.
We could do a mix. My voice gets boring, I think, after too long.
Do you want me to read something right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So these are melon drops. We really went with gold accents. I'm super into gold accents, and I'm sure you can tell Sam is also super into gold accents.
Mm-hmm.
I love just the pop that it brings. So with these, we really tried to bring more of the reds in the box, because the red is a really focal color, I feel like, both in like nature and in the story. So
Yeah. And I don't know if you read the name of each item. I want to make sure we read the name of each item so we
I
can get the
thought
size.
you read the name of that one.
we're really nailing this, right? This is our check glass melon drop red silk gold 8x13mm. I was hoping you could grab the item list so you could read some of them.
Oh, I have it up. I just
strand.
didn't realize you wanted me to read all of it.
No. Well, we always get asked for the details, so we start with the details and then we'll do all our commentary. We have no shortage of commentary.
Yes.
This is our Dragon Blood Jasper smooth round, just around 8mm. And it's our first stone selection of the box.
I love to work with 8mm a lot. When we first started designing, other Rachel was like, "Well, what sizes do you work with a lot?" So the gems in this box are really like sizes I love to work with a lot, and really easy shapes to use. So this was actually one of the first things we picked for the box, was the Dragon Blood Jasper. I really like how it's kind of indicative of like a dark forest.
Yeah, this is what starts to bring in that moody feel of Wonderland. There's a very, you'll start to notice some of the color qualities are a little different than some of the past boxes we've done, and so I think it's what makes this box really stand out. For our next bead, we have our check glass pumpkin. This one, I remember Rachel Mallis specifically requesting, and then I love how this color combo came out. I'm getting flashbacks to deciding each of these beads, and it's so fun seeing it come to life, because a lot of the check glass, almost all the check glass we custom order for the box. So we got to pick out the deep jet black, and that we wanted a gold finish on it. So I think this is the first time we brought back. Go ahead.
I was going to say they're 8x11mm, and it's an 8-piece strand. They're a really cool size. I love the size. I think you can do a lot with it.
I think this is the first time we've brought back the melon since we first put them in a box last year. So this felt, especially as like we have a garden, maybe we can have some magical pumpkins in our Alice garden. Because the whole thing with Alice is anything is possible. Nothing quite makes sense. So we kind of embrace that.
It's all nonsensical, yeah.
It's almost like by being as absurd as possible, it makes sense. So black onyx is next, another Rachel Mallis fave.
I love black onyx. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. These are 3mm. It's a 15-inch strand, and when we were first picking, I was like, oh, I want to do like a small bead, and because I know y'all, we did 3mm, not 2. Because I get messages every day from Shira going, these are too small. She's like, can I send you these? I can't see the holes. These are great. And they have a big hole too. I use them in some seed beading designs I did, and I was able to get the needle through there a bunch.
Yeah, this is a great color contrast stone. So you also see there's more stones than usual in this box, and that's definitely influenced by Rachel, who is very much a stone lover. So you can thank her for advocating for bonus stones. And our last stranded item would be our check glass bellflower, and we designed this one to match the pumpkins exactly. We thought it's really nice and designed to have beads that are literally the same colors. So you have your bellflowers and your pumpkins to go together. These are 8.5 by 9.5mm. And Rachel, it doesn't say how long the strand is, so that's funny. I found our first typo on the item list. What do I win?
6 inches? How long is it? I cut mine off the strand immediately.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a 15-piece strand there. That's funny. Usually we would usually catch those sorts of things.
I love I love that those two really go together, because it makes it really fun to incorporate them in designs together, and it not to be like, oh, like when you wear all black and they're all different shades of black, like that drives me crazy. But those two and the onyx are the same, perfect.
Yeah. And I think this is a great chance to show the CB mix because it really starts to show some of the glass colors that are coming your way now. So I'm actually going to open up my tube here. This is our very first Sam's Beadbox mix. We chose Toho 11Os. Not every tube ended up having the labeling. So if you want to write on yours, they are Toho, made in Japan, and they're all 11Os. Let's see if I can. Well, I got it open.
I did the same thing. I'm gonna be honest. I poured all mine into a Ziploc.
Fair enough. That was.
I opened them up on the cruise ship, and because I recently just went on a cruise. I was working on beadbox design, so I was on the cruise, and I opened that up, and they went everywhere. And I was like in a public area, and I was like,
these I really like. I love how this mix came out. So, how many colors did we end up picking for it?
4.
And I guess we do theoretically have, I could show each color separately, but basically there's a lovely red, green, crystal, gold, and then what's the last one in there? It's the green metallic in there as well. I really like how this CB mix came out, and like how special is it? We have 4. Oh, it's a brown iris, Rachel? Rachel's. Oh my God, there's too many Rachels, guys. My brain can't compute more than one Rachel at a time. Also, just a big shout out to my sister. She was monumental in putting together this box with us, and she's just recovering a little bit more. So Rachel Mallis and I are doing the unboxing today, and we are sending a big shout out to Rachel Siegel. She does so much work for the bead box to make it ship on time every single month with beautiful beads. I'm going to stick my sea bead mix there. If not, because if I put in the middle, it'll take me forever to get it out of the middle. So it's not going there. Would you like to start taking us down this middle down this section now, Rachel?
Sure. So the next item that we have, the next item on the docket are the Czech glass maple leaves garden curiosity mix. It's got 12 mixed pieces. So we thought it would be really fun to include different colorways of this bead. I love the maple leaf beads ever since like Sam first got them in. I love that shape. I think it is so fun. It's like big enough to be perfect on the bottom of the earring, and I really love how they're center drilled. A lot of leaf beads are not center drilled, and I'm sure you've noticed.
And so they make it so much easier to work with.
Yeah, so these are great to work with. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the other ones too, but these ones, like, they're perfect.
And what was kind of cool is we did 12 mixed pieces, but we actually ended up making them. I believe everyone got 6 different pairs. So right off the bat, you could then make 6 pairs of earrings if you wanted, just from one baggie in the box. Next up is our Dragon Blood Jasper Triangle. This one we had custom cut for the shop.
I love the shape.
Such a cool shape.
As a pendant, or if you got another one, I don't know. Did you have extras of that?
Yeah. So by the way, all the extras are posted to samsbeadshop.com with the exception of the gemstones. I didn't have a second to list those yet. So those will either come this weekend or Monday. I'll send an email blast out and a push notification on the app. So definitely make sure you have the app to get first dibs. All of everything else in the box that we have extras of is posted, including a little surprise on the seed beads. Sister Rachel, do you have add-ons I could show?
There's a surprise on the seed beads.
There's a little surprise that we haven't done before, but that's coming later with the add-ons. So that's the Dragon Blood.
It's not up right now. I was going on the website.
Rachel, I don't have it next to me. Rachel has to go grab the add-ons. I need to add. Let me make my screen a little brighter for you guys. 1 second. You can introduce the next item if you like, Rachel.
Yes. The next item is our Czech glass ornate rectangle in the rustic dark olive with a 6-piece set. They are 10.5 by 12 millimeters.
I love this tone. I've never had this tone of green before.
Those are fun. They're like a little bit translucent almost, but they're like parts of them are opaque. So like I think they're really cool. They're almost like mossy to me.
Yeah, that's a really nice way. They feel like they belong in a garden, like a very nicely decorated garden, especially with that, like the detailing. Like it feels like the Queen of Hearts would want like leaves that have the perfect painted detailing on them to go with her painted roses, which are coming up soon, but not yet.
Okay, so the next item is the check glass feather leaves in metallic green. These are there's 5 by 17 millimeters, and there's a 15-piece set. And they were one of the first things I think Rachel had pulled like a bunch of different check leaves for me to look at, and I was like, I want those in that color, and don't change them.
Yeah, and they were even nicer in person. Like they're like, I need everything in this green finish. That's so fancy. These are definitely a specialty find for the box. I'm really happy with how these came out.
I love them.
So those get their own special compartment right there, and they're top drilled in a nice way that like you can wrap them like a brio. I'm sure you'll see those pop up in classes. What is next, Rachel Mallis?
The next thing we have is the check glass leaves. They're etched. Wait, is that right? No, one? Check glass. I skipped one. Check glass, Drook round, green peacock. I had to copy and paste it into my notes to get it smaller on my screen, and then like I can't. It's a whole thing. So I should put like a sticky on my computer screen, and then I can keep up. So these are the check drooks in 8 millimeter. Peacock iris. I love the green and blue with here. With the next item too, especially. I think they help bring those items into the box, because like the colors of the next items aren't necessarily like they are colors that we had, but maybe a little bit more vibrant. And so I think those drooks really help merge the two. So that brings us right into the next item, but I'll just go on. This is the laser etched bead Wonderland collection. You get
hold on
3 mixed pieces. So you'll get a cat, you'll get a crown, and you'll get like a swirl. And the crowns and the swirls are all different. Well, I mean,
yeah. So let me show folks the options. Different? Each one has like.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. We chose 2. Yeah,
there's another cat that Rachel's hiding. So we have, you get one of these, either one of these crowns. You get either one of these swirls, and then there are 2 different, very slightly different cats. One is a little bit more etched. So this is another first of the box. So along with the first seaweed mix and our cards in the TierraCast box, we also have our very first laser etched components to help bring our theme to life.
Yeah, I knew like it being it being Wonderland, we couldn't not put a cat in, but we have very strong feelings about check cats, and I loved that the what's it called, like the background of, I don't know what the finish is called, like the blue green.
Yeah, it's the vitriol.
It really reminded me of the Cheshire Cat and like his vibrant coloring. And then of course the swirls are like falling down to Wonderland, and you can't not have the king and queen. They're an important part of the story.
Absolutely.
So there are our extra big ode to Alice.
Look at these. So you'll folks, when you post in Gem Chat, you have to show us which laser etched pieces you got, because it's a little fun mix from those. Yeah. And I'm gonna go on to our one of my favorites of the box. These are. Wait.
Oh, I missed one again. I even have a sticky note on my screen, and I was like, "That's
okay." I got the list next to me too.
Those are. I forgot that we had put those in the box. So when well, we had talked about putting. Anyway, let me read the description, then I'll talk. Crystal quartz. No, facet of cathedral. Clear with a crystal gold. Wash.
It's clear crystal with a gold wash, yeah.
I can't talk today. I'm so
bead words are hard,
sorry.
right? Like you have no idea. Bead words are hard. Imagine 2-hour live.
8 millimeters, and I haven't read out loud in so long. So long.
I used to get way too nervous having to read aloud in class. I was like, what if I mess up? That's terrifying.
I read so much faster than all the other people in my class, so I'd be like, and the teacher would be like, slow down. I did that once at a Passover Seder. My mom was so mad.
Oh, you really wanted to speed through that long evening.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the cathedral cut, like as soon as you got it, I don't remember when you first started carrying it, but I loved it. I've been getting them all. I love the cut. It's great for if you're making like knotted necklaces, mallas. It's great for pretty much anything you use a regular 8 millimeter bead for. And bonus, since it's check glass, the hole is a really great size.
Yeah, and so our surprise for our Tuesday sale, we always like to do like bonus colors and things on the Tuesday sale. We have the cathedrals back in stock in a bunch of colors come Tuesday. Ooh. So if you've been waiting, because our last batch went so quickly after Rachel posted the Venetian bracelet tutorial, you could use these for the Venetian bracelet, plus more colors are coming on Tuesday. So definitely don't miss Tuesday sale. If you want more of these ones, they are on the website already at samsbeadshop.com. And they're so nice, but we must keep going. There's so many beads in this box. So next is our quartz donut.
It's so fun. I love the donut shape. I think they're so versatile. Again, so that's 30 millimeters with a 6 millimeter hole, and they have like natural inclusions to them, which is really cool. So everyone looks a little bit different. So I think there's so many fun things you can do with the donuts. So many fun ways to be creative with them. Oh, yeah. We were talking the other day because Sam, I don't know if you saw his donut necklace, and he said to me, how would you have wrapped them? And I was like, I really like how you wrapped them. Like,
but I was like, no, Rachel, can you like play around? Because I need a better method that I can trust. So I'm challenging Rachel to improve this, please.
What do you like about it?
Each time it was different, every single time, which worked for this design. But I want a standard method that I really like. What I do like is I love all the wrapping I did at the end of each one. Mm-hmm. And here's another use of a donut. The restock of this one, the Aquaterra ones, are coming on Tuesday as well. So folks have been waiting for those. That one, I'm making a mess. That one is wrapped onto pipe chain. So I'll show you the custom pipe chain shortly. And you could totally do this with your crystal quartz on this one's pipe chain.
Yeah, that would be so cool. The nice thing also, I think, about the crystal quartz is it just goes with so many things that even though it's a lot brighter than the rest of the box, it's really fun to... I'll show you. We'll see like my things I've made so far later, and you'll see how kind of like I really tied it into like everything else. But it goes perfect with the crystal.
Look at could you stitch on? What if someone stitched on? Anyway, so many possibilities. I think next is the faceted species.
Yes,
6 millimeter size.
I love the transparency on those. Rachel titled a lot of these. You've got to give it to Sister Rachel. I'm pretty sure she came up with most of these fun mix names. And this is the playing cards mix, and I love it. I tried to take pictures of things, and I realized I don't own any playing cards that aren't like themed. So I was like, I don't have a Queen of Hearts card. I love this mix so much. I especially love how the clear ones, they're so awesome. I don't know. And the other ones are amazing too. I love all the colors. I love the translucency on the maybe that's why I love it so much, because the black are kind of opaque, and then you have the transparency, and then you have the it just works so well.
Yeah. So this is a garnet, a jet black, and a crystal. So it's like really some of our key colors of the box featured in the mix. We're really trying to feature more and more of these sorts of things that we make ourselves. Like we call these like our house-made mixes, because they let us really bring the box to life. You'll see this in the CB mix, and then the same idea brought into these guys.
I had so much fun with that CB mix. Can I go back to that for just a second? Because
I was like, Rachel, we're gonna unbox for 20 minutes.
You did not tell me I had a time limit.
I texted you a whole plan, but I like chatting with you. I'm not mad at all, you know.
Sorry. So I don't know if you would like notice it, but we try to have kind of range a little bit of transparencies on these as well, and how so like
there's a transparent crystal mixed with the matte green, and then the metallic is opaque.
Yeah, I love the matte green. I love the whole. I love all of it. Okay, let's go to the next thing. I'm sorry.
I think Rachel Mallis might like the CB mix because she's made me show it twice to you now.
I'm really proud of it. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know how I got the seed bead bug, and I can't stop. But the thing is, I don't like to read tutorials, so I'll like make something, and you've asked me before what stitch is that, and I'm like, I don't know. I made it up.
And your seed beading has gotten so impressive.
These were also I feel like
done
saying
for the box.
one of the first items.
Yeah,
saying that, but they really were. They
were.
Oh, I love them so much. So they're 17 millimeters, and you get a 4-piece set. They're check gloss rose opals and red silk black and jet black white. So
imagine you're in the Queen of Hearts garden, and all of the roses, the white roses, have to be painted red. It's vital. So we've got our red roses, and we wanted, like, okay, if we're going to custom design one, why don't we custom design another? So we did a pair of focals in red, and we added a little companion pair with the jet black. And is it a white silver wash? Let's see. I have a look here. They're so close to each other. There's so many items in this box. Rose focal, jet black with a white wash. There we go. So that's definitely one of our most important beads for bringing out our theme of Wonderland. Those felt absolutely necessary. And for some more fanciness, we have our Preciosa bicones.
Yes.
These ones we have, I think there's a couple. We basically ordered the garnet ones from Preciosa. I think we ended up getting like a few different batches or something, because you might have like a light, a medium, or a darker one, but they're basically all variations on garnet. So it should all coordinate with the reds pretty nicely. Some people actually also end up getting a mix of the reds, which I think is actually even more special. So I hope folks who got the mix, I'm very curious.
Now I'm like, what did I
get?
Do with it?
I need more room. I need like 2 of these. Maybe I can see a second one of these trays for these unboxings.
Probably.
Right. We only have, I think we have 3 more items, but they're all 2 more items, but they're all very special. We have another mix we put together for the box. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so the tulip mix, you get 16 tulips and a red and white lacy coin mix. Lacy coins were so cool to me.
Aren't these fascinating?
I just love how organic they are.
This is if there's extras of these, go grab them on the site, because once those are gone, they are gone. We just have a fun little few pieces for the box. You can make a pair of earrings, then maybe put the last one on a bracelet. It's kind of a nice size to go with one like the laser etched beads. So those should, I think, make a really nice bracelet. And then we made our own mix of tulips with reds and this AB white, little hints of that. It's mostly red you'll get in your mix with a variation of finishes. And they're all that length drilled ones. I'm very curious to see how you use these ones, Rachel. because these are all pretty fancy, nice finished tulips here.
I love
What's
them
your
all
favorite
together.
color? Okay,
My
then
favorite
that
color
answers
of
my
them?
question.
I think it goes back and forth, actually. At first, I wasn't really sure. I don't know. I think it's the red and black one.
Ooh, that one does feel like very the
But I
box, because
really
that's
like them all together because, like, all together, they're like a garden.
oh yeah. Can you guys start to see what this box is supposed to look like?
We're almost done. We already did 2 of these items. We got 1 item left.
We sure do. Let me. I have so many beads in my hand. No
It's
place.
only been 40 minutes, Sam.
We're so Rachel. This is now I'm just remembering us in every class. And I have like 17 million more things I could say about each bead, but we will chat. Well, we will surely chat more because we're going to do classes with this box. So today is just about revealing the whole theme, and so you have a sense of how we put it together. And that brings us to our last bead of Sam's Bead Box for April.
Yes. So this is the check glass Strook rounds and the Queen of Hearts mix, 6mm. You get about 50 pieces. It's 14.2 grams. So when I was talking about, like, I think it'd be really cool for us to have a range of sizes. We've got rounds in 3 different sizes in this box. So we have the Dragon Blood Jasper, in the 8mm, we have these in the 6mm, and then we have the 3mm onyx. So, like, if you want to do something with all rounds, you have 3 different sizes to play with.
Yeah, and 6mm is such a nice size to have, and you get a variety of colors. What's unique about this is we're not usually able to get this many types of mixed glass. We're able to get 3 different. Every single one are red, the black and white, and this like moody gray. Like, they're all variations of mixed glass, which are pretty hard. They're all specialty made and like often made in just single batches. So
every bead is just like a little bit different. Like, they're not all exactly the same.
And I think that matches the Rachel Mallis aesthetic of sparkle grunge. I think that's part of it, is that you've always said that, like, handmade jewelry, like, you want it to feel handmade. Like, that's someone's buying your jewelry because they want to know that, like, your time and love of making went into the piece. And so I think this box really, really kind of brings to life a lot of what I see in the beauty of your jewelry making, Rachel. What do you think? There it is, all laid out. What do you think?
It's just crazy that it's done, because we started doing this, was it like October maybe? So it was a while ago. So Sam was here in July for Bead Fest, and I started prattling to him about an Alice in Wonderland themed bead box. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. This would be so amazing. And quite honestly, like, I did not expect him to ever follow up about that. And I got a message from him, and he was like, hey, I'm pitching it to Sister Rachel. Can you, like, send me more about it? And I was like, okay, can I send you more about it? I'm pretty sure I sent you, like,
and you
10
did.
texts. Like,
she sent me paragraphs. Like, Rachel was like, we are doing this. This is happening. And just had all these ideas. She sent images of past pieces she had made, because you made an Alice in Wonderland necklace with Dragon Blood Jasper and I think quartz. So that's where we actually this box started from. So if you know that, if you've seen that necklace,
I made a Pinterest board.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
I can make it. I think I can make it public. I don't know. Can you turn? I think you can turn private ones to public. You just can't go back.
I'm sure you can.
So if anyone's interested in that, I can link it later.
You guys, have you? Oh wait, let me show the add-ons while I saw the camera flip around this way.
I'll pick out the add-ons too, guys.
Yeah, Rachel likes to be involved in things because she has one.
I love to share my opinion. Classic first child.
And it's super helpful because we ended up coming up with some really great add-ons for this box. So these are things you can purchase from samsbeadshop.com right now. Now that you have your box, you can pick up you can get your extras, plus you can get more things to go with your box. So because we had the mix already in the box, this kind of already was our seed bead palette. So we ended up not doing our standard type seed bead palette. Instead did one with stitchers especially in mind. We did full size tubes here.
I didn't even know that the other tubes were not full size.
What?
The tiny
Oh,
tubes,
yeah.
I thought they were full size.
These are like the two standard like main types of tubes. So like this is like these are the ones where you like when you need a lot of beads for like a big old rope design or
Whoa.
something.
Awesome.
So what you do is you get they're almost I believe they're almost identical to the mix. They're not quite. We have all the exact colors listed on the website. Like the green here is shiny and not matte in the Ados, but like we basically pull out the same color ideas, and you get a full size tube of each in the Tohos. Plus, as a bonus, someone just commented 15Os. We also are bringing back the 15Os.
That sounds tiny.
And it's nest for stitching. It's needed, so they are in fact very small. Wanda will not be purchasing them, but I think other people will be. So
that's
that is
so
our
cool. Yeah.
Those are the 15Os. Those are 15Os we did in the smaller tubes.
Do they come in like every size? So is there like there's like 15, 14, 13, 12, 11?
So the main ones are 6, 8, 11, and 15, and the most popular ones are 8 and 11.
Okay.
And have you seen how the silver silk for this month came out?
No, I haven't seen it.
So we'll start with the flat mesh. Y'all getting the first reveal here. So this is how it comes in the shop. I will. But this is how it comes in the shop. And then Neely was really nice and sent me a little bit of each so we can play with it. I don't think, wait, I don't know if you have add-ons yet.
Yeah. Feel free to send them to me.
Yeah, I think there's so many things to do. I don't think we did that yet.
You can bring them to me next week.
So we pulled out first the red, this beautiful metallic red flat mesh.
Love that.
To go with. Isn't this just luxurious? This is basically
that's so pretty.
You can think of it as knitted wire ribbon. And he uses like crazy high quality wire in beautiful colors.
I love how silver silk bends. Like I made it like a crocheted wire chain before, and it does not bend like that. I think it's knitted, but like making it yourself doesn't have the same drape. Like
it has an amazing suppleness to it. And so we also sell TierraCast crimp ends that you just want to fold over if you use the crimp ends to make sure it's full enough. Neely also sells custom crimp ends on his website, Silver Silk Online. The TierraCast ones are just slightly less, so we offer those as an alternative. And then here's the green we picked out. It's like the moodiest green option we could come up with to pull out some of our favorite greens in the box.
I like it. It's a good like medium green. So all the different greens will like you could just make a green necklace.
And for folks who like green, I think you're gonna really like this like olivine green. Plus, if you're someone who likes to start prepping Christmas designs early, just saying, these could be like a really sophisticated Christmas palette if you put them together. Just saying.
What a good dude.
So we bought extras to make sure hopefully I would have some around Christmas time, but I don't know how quick it'll go. And then here's what we did for custom pipe chain this month. This was fun to design with Neely and all the Rachels. So let me separate out. First, we'll start with the red again. We did his red tube with the same knitted red wire going over it. And this has a hole running through it so that you can use it as basically a lovely cord. You can put memory wire, craft wire, string wire through that and make gorgeous pieces. This one's a slightly brighter red tone, which is really nice, especially for things like the tulips. I think it's really nice with the rose as well. But also you can contrast it. One of my favorite contrasts here is the white against it. I think it's really nice. And then you guys, we didn't stop there. We also wanted a second custom pipe chain. So in your pack, you also get 1.5 feet of jet black with a silver wire, which is just
that's really cool.
So elegant. I feel very lucky that Neely is even willing to make custom silver silk for us. So folks, take advantage.
It's so fun that he I cannot believe all that man does. He has a clone, I swear.
I
There's
think you
no
might
way
be
there's
right.
only one of him. Like, he's got a time turner or something.
I think he has like 7 of these, maybe. Get that. Okay, what haven't we shown yet? We have our, and then I think the last add-on would be our Softflex. So we love working with the folks at Softflex to make trios. And what's fun is you're seeing the retail price here. They give us their trio pricing when we design a trio. So like they're doing extra work and then giving us all a discount. They're that generous of a company, fellow Bay Area bead company. So with that sells fantastic quality beading wire. So definitely take advantage. You get a pretty hefty discount by getting it as a trio. So we picked out the black onyx, the sterling silver, and garnet.
And the sterling silver one is silver plated.
Yeah, I think it uses real sterling. I think that's the whole idea.
Yeah,
of it.
See it on the top. It says 19.5 sterling silver.
Yeah, so it's a nice option.
The metal, because they have a gold one too. They're more expensive, so they got to be using some sort of silver.
Yeah, the gold one's been out of stock for a while, so luckily they still have the silver. Was one of our tones of the box. We kind of a mixed metals, but we kind of with the pewter, so we thought the silver would be nice. If you want a darker silver, you can grab the satin silver we have in the shop if you want that to go potentially with things like the pewter or hematite tones in the box. Just search just search satin silver and you'll find any options we have in soft flex and soft touch. I think we have made it to the end of our unveiling. Look at this bounty of inspiration.
We're gonna have any design time.
Well, I think we can inspire folks by showing
Yes.
the pieces that you've made, and we can gather some requests for the next Friday's class.
Right, and if there's anything, so I'm just raising. I got a new phone stand. Let's see how I like it. The pieces I'm going to show you. You can say if you want classes with them, or if you were thinking you wanted a class with a different item from the box that I didn't come up with something for. I can probably come up with something for it. Where did Sam go?
I'm here. I'm flipping the camera around.
Okay. I
thought I was being
stealth. It's all
stealth.
me. It's just me.
Hold on. I'm just slow today. But I figure you could. Oh, are you not flipping your camera around? You need to add your other device.
My camera, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't have this on my desk, but I have it next to me. So.
Okay.
Okay. I never remember how to do it.
Everyone pause for Rachel and I's intermission.
Okay. All right. So I made a palette, and I'm realizing now it's very hard to see with the vintage linen, but I found a Queen of Hearts in my apartment, so I had to use it. Okay, so
let's see what you got here.
This is a bracelet that I made with that tulip mix and the onyx and the seed beads and the wavy leaves. So what is really fun about this bracelet is that I wire wrapped the tulips, so they kind of you can like move them around.
Oh wow!
But within the beads, like I just had like this vision of them being like really mobile, and like the leaves are mobile too, but these just have so much more swing to them, so much more jangle. So.
Wow, I love that piece, Rachel. It's such a smart technique to make a charm bracelet through stringing.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about jump rings.
This is what I always say about your designs. Is like you always find such straightforward techniques that makes genius design. Right. It's like when you did the Infinity Links.
Yes, I was thinking if we were designing today, I was thinking about making Infinity Links because that was like our first class, kind of. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'll do something with those, but we could still do that later. Ooh, my camera looks so good right now. I'm so impressed.
I love your background too.
Thanks. I love my vintage linens. Okay, so then I made a pair of hoop earrings with the roses and the chakishi, more of the onyx, and the Preciosa bicones. I
Mhm.
love how this turned out, and you could use a different colorway. You could use different focals from the box.
Can we get another close up on those? Do you have a white background or something we can see? There's so much beauty in those. I want to see.
I have this. Don't judge me. I have this like piece of mail. I don't have white background.
You got mail. Oh, that's perfect. So we have the rose. Oh, gorgeous. Are we gonna? So we have the possibility of learning this earring technique from you that we haven't done yet. Oh, gorgeous.
I love.
So that's with the crystals.
Dingly.
Oh wow.
That's my favorite.
When Rachel sent me photos of what she made with the box, I was like, wow, it's almost like you designed it, the box. Because you knew exactly, you seemed like you had a vision for everything.
While we were designing it, I did have a vision for everything. And then I got it and I was like, I don't remember anything. So I had to like truly I was like, I don't remember what I was going to do with this. I should have wrote it down. I should have learned for myself, but I didn't. Okay, and then this is the last one. It got a little bit out of hand. I was like, I'm going to seed bead. And then I did this, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to do this for the whole necklace. I want it to be like very avant-garde and like random. Yeah. And so I like strung the rest of the necklace, and then I was like, okay, but now I really need to put more seed beads in it to like tie it all together. So then I went all the way to the end, and I did this, and then I went back up through it, and then I was like, okay, well, the donut also needs something. So I wrapped these on with some beading thread.
The onyx. Will you give us a close-up of that beautiful handiwork?
It's not as beautiful close-up.
It is stunning. The contrast of the black wildfire on the quartz is genius.
Yeah. I was putting the last pass through and I broke one of the beads and I was like, I'm not doing this again. So it's not as perfect.
Oh, I think it's great.
But I love it. And I also wrapped the donut, and it didn't quite fit with how I made the chain. Like I love how I did the chain, but then I ended up just like having too much going through the hole because I had the onyx wrapped on with black wire originally, and the black wire also looked superb, but it was just it was too much bulk. The wildfire like really allowed me to have maximum use. Like I have basically 3 things going through this hole in the donut. Like, and then I've got
could you show the white background again for the necklace? Because there's so much details on these pieces.
My
I think
envelope,
we're not quite seeing. Yeah, we love your envelope.
I also have a napkin.
I sent you that stump. Maybe it's time I have to send you a white background too. And Danielle sent you the same tray that she sent me, the big wood tray.
I have that next to me. It's brownish. Here's the necklace. I don't know if this helps.
It definitely we're seeing more than we are, which is lovely.
Perfect.
We can see the cathedrals especially a lot more. I'm glad the crystal felt important. Remember, we did crystal and some white elements mixed in the box just because we wanted a little more
pop. Do you realize Rachel Mallis and Danielle came up with that donut thing separately at like the same time?
Are you serious?
Because they're about to have a
kid.
So that one we can't teach now, but we could.
Oh. What? Oh, she probably no.
Well,
have
no,
Danielle
they're different because
so they're both brick stitch.
Oh, they're both brick stitch.
Yeah. It's just hilarious. No one knows.
I don't think it. Well, I don't know if it's brick stitch actually. So I did like I had 2 needles and I like came up and then I did it. But I can also teach how to I can do a variation on this, and we can teach it with the wire.
Yeah, that could be cool too. I'm actually very curious how you did it with the black wire as well.
With
no, that's really cool. Everyone's feeling the donuts right now. It's like it's happening. You guys, donuts are having a renaissance.
I love them. They're so versatile. I've been thinking about donuts ever since the Dance of the Peacock box, and I think it might have been Jill. Somebody seed beaded the donut, and I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah. So we got Danielle's also going to come. It has some donut inspiration for us in the near future. But I love, so you've made the bracelet, the necklace, and the earrings already. It's so cool to see the box come to life, and I'm sure you still have more beads to work with as well.
I have so many. Let me flip myself back around. Oh, it's just
Hey,
me
hey.
again. Hey.
I'm right
No,
here.
it's not. Sorry. I had the settings box up and my face was really huge.
I was like, I'm here with you, my dear.
Haven't you missed my chaos? Rachel has no idea what's going on. Like, oh.
It takes one to know what. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed getting a glimpse into the April box. I don't think we really paused for a second to like learn, just to hear a lot spit about why Wonderland is so special to you. Focusing, of course, reading that right up a bit, but like, what would you like to share?
You should have had something pulled up. So just throughout my life, like there's been a lot of Alice in Wonderland. I remember buying it on VHS with like birthday money. If anyone knows what VHS is, Sam.
Whatever those giant tape things.
Yeah, you can't rewind while the picture's on the screen or you ruin it. Actually, when I was in high school, I had just started doing community theater. So not through high school, but it was a separate theater company. That was a little bit better if I do say so myself. And it was the second show I had ever done, and I was the Queen of Hearts. Wow. So, and that became like a big part of my adolescence, is performing and being in theater. So, that was really special to me, and just like the world of Alice has always just been so magical. And every night when I look up at the moon, I think that's the Cheshire Cat. Don't you do that?
I love. We kept
my
coming back
boyfriend
to
will point
phrase,
and be like, "Look, it's the cat."
We kept coming back to the phrase like when we were writing like the write up and just talking about the box of like we're all mad here. Of just like. And like that can be taken like darkly, but there's also like a playfulness in it because it is a children's book, but it's like a very like, I think children's book also acknowledges the reality of like entering adulthood and like leaving adolescence. So I think it's such a line that like sticks, I think, with so many people.
I think also like what it really means is like we're all mad here. Everyone in Wonderland is so much their own character. Nobody is the same. So like it's just really like it's okay to be unique. It's okay to be a little bit different because there's always going to be a community for you.
You're gonna make me cry now. So no, that's such a nice way to put it. Yeah, like everyone does have a place they belong, and like everyone in Wonderland like does belong there. Like it doesn't make sense. Like to Alice, the world doesn't yet make sense to her, but like I'm sure in their world, like it does make sense. So like for like they fit because they know that they fit in the world. And for us, like they're different, but that's just from coming from our world. Alice falls into their world. I remember,
and they accept her.
And I need to read the second one because I think I've heard Alice has like some good character growth in the second book as well. So I really want to see like how her story continues because I think that's a piece of this because she really does like start to come into her own. My main memory with Alice is I remember seeing Rachel. My sister Rachel was in a production of Alice.
Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't.
Yeah, like years ago. Like so much so that I only have these like glimmers. A memory of her being it. Like I couldn't tell you like where it was anything, but like I remember going to see her in it. Rachel, what was the other Alice memory we were talking about? There was like, oh my gosh, there was a key one that I was like, oh my gosh, Alice. Well, it'll come to me during the next class. I don't want to make everyone wait, but this is. I think it's just. I really love how unique this.
Oh, the building.
What building?
The slide.
Oh, I got to visit Rachel's her last job. We stole her. And so at her last job, they had all these cool themed buildings. And so because it was a pretty big company, so like each building had a like totally different world. And one was Alice in Wonderland. So I actually got to visit her when she happened to have just moved into the Alice in Wonderland building.
That's so cool. It's like a preschool
that I'll post. What?
It's like a preschool. Like every classroom has its own theme. Like,
essentially, but like high budget. Because like on the ceiling there was
pictures.
I have pictures and videos. I have pictures of the furniture stuck to the ceiling. Incredible.
That's so cool.
And a slide that takes you from the top floor to the bottom floor.
That sounds like a liability.
They figured it out.
That's amazing.
And I think I have a video. I think I took a video when I was going on the slide. So now that we've revealed the theme, I have to go dig up those photos and post those in Gem Chat, which is also where I hope folks will post your finished pieces with the box. So head on over to Gem Chat, start sharing what you're making, post questions like, here's a bead that's stumping me. What are your guys' ideas for it? Tag Rachel Mallis and I. Actually, you can tag Rachel Siegel, Rachel Mallis, and I. So because we're going to be planning upcoming classes, and we really would love to help inspire you. I see a lot of vision for these beads, but maybe there's a bead that like you're like, I don't know what to do with that yet. Let us know so we can come up with ideas. That's what we're here for. And we're excited to do that. So head over to Gem Chat. If you're not already a member, start posting your memories of Alice, anything, like literally anything. Like this is our Alice in Wonderland that we're going to be creating in April. So let's start today. If you're needing any more of it, if you already used up a bead or needing more of a bead, definitely head on over to samsbeadshop.com. Because we have the extras available. We have entire boxes available, Robin. I don't know how many, but we do have some extra boxes right now, and as well as the individual extras. Plus, you can get all the add-ons. The gems are coming this weekend or Monday, depending on when I have time. So if you're looking for more of the 4 gems, I do have more of each. I just need to get those listed. Other than that,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So on your website, when you click on items, it'll show you when there's like a low stock. What number do they start telling you that at? Or did you turn it off and I just didn't notice?
No, low stock's there. I think I have it set at like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Is something already low stock?
No. I remember seeing like, 13 available or whatever when I think it was probably the mystery box that you had that. So it like really, I was like, I think I should get that.
Yeah.
I should get that now.
Turn that setting back on for folks because it'll help you see how much we have of each extra. It's not usually crazy numbers of everything. So definitely go on and grab the extras while we have them, and join us this Tuesday for our Beadbox Celebration sale, where we'll show these extras. But the feature now that because we've already launched the extras, is that you can grab like bonus colors. So we have the cathedrals and more colors. Rachel has the full list. The maple leaves, like just why did you guys pick the same name?
I ask my mother this every time I see her.
But I think lots of inspiration to come. I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We didn't get to Zonify because we had so many thoughts to share about the beads itself, but I'm glad we had a chance to look at Rachel's pieces. I'm gonna go post a poll in Gem Chat right now so folks can vote on upcoming classes. Or actually, Rachel, would you could you do a poll with photos? Let's go. We'll chat this after when we hop off so we can get folks' feedback. With that, welcome to Wonderland, folks. I hope we have a lot of fun beading together. I'm so excited.
Wait, I don't know if anybody noticed in my nails. I did them Wonderland themed. I can't. Where's the camera?
Let me zoom in on you.
So, I have green and sparkle and is that red or black? Sparkle red and gold and black.
That's amazing. Now I feel like is that a challenge?
A challenge for what? Are you gonna go get your nails done again?
Well, I only have like flecks of the gold left on my nails, so I think it might be time. Oh, I'm going to New York next week, so you might see Rachel Mallis and I together next week for class. Just saying, that's the first time I think we've ever hosted a class together. Surprise!
He sent me a message this morning like, I'm gonna be in New York Friday, and he sent it like last night / this morning, and I'm like, do you mean today? Because my apartment is not clean.
No, you get 1 week notice.
Yeah.
Everyone, this has been so much fun. Thank you, Rachel Mallis.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you, Rachel Siegel, who's behind me, for all her work to make the box literally stay on time. And we're all mad here. So we'll see you next week, folks. Bye, everyone. I think that's it.
Bye. Thanks for being here.